Good morning, Colorado. Welcome to a Friday edition of Local Biz Buzz. I'm your host, Larry Hers, and today in studio I have Lindsey from Sunflowers Baking Co.
Hello.
Come on, come on.
Hello, everybody.
Bring the energy.
Good
Come
morning.
on, you're
It's
happy to
Friday.
be here. You made it through
Friday.
another week of 2021. So she's the reason, and people like her, why we do this show. When I kept hearing people getting laid off, furloughed, and turning lemons into lemonade, and doing what they really wanted to be doing with their lives, and they needed a show and a way to get the word out, and that's why we created Local Biz Buzz, and that's similar to your story, right?
It's exactly my story.
Okay, tell us your story.
I have been baking since I was a little kid, but I was working as an event planner for the last 18 years, and I started making pre-portioned frozen dough for my dad for his freezer, for him to bake off a fresh cookie every night before he went to bed. And he loved it, and I started experimenting with new flavors, and every time he'd get a little experiment. And when I got furloughed last March, I said I was gonna bake something every day for 60 days. I was gonna set myself a challenge, keep myself busy during my furlough. And then my furlough turned into a layoff, and my little hobby turned into a business. So I started Sunflowers. Our debut was last May. The guys at Flight Co Brewing up on Tennyson and
Sure.
38th let us come sell one day when they had a food truck going on, and that's kind of how got started and our first public appearance.
What was the first cookie you made for your dad?
The first cookie I made for my dad was a monster cookie, which is I have right here in these
Okay.
guys. I mean, it's the everything cookie. It's peanut butter, oats, M&Ms, and chocolate chips. Because he's a peanut butter fiend. So
And so so these are what it would look like in the freezer, right?
yes, yeah.
And so you could just take one out, pop it in even a toaster oven? No?
Toaster oven doesn't work super
Okay.
well. Better in a convection oven. I have yet to try like an air fryer, but I've heard that also might work.
So how long does it take?
18 minutes because you bake from frozen.
Yeah.
So it's 375.
You gotta have some
18 minutes.
patience. Your dad's got some patience.
He
I don't
does.
know.
He
When I'm
does.
craving a cookie, I don't know if I got 18 minutes in me. Although the fresh hot cookie is certainly tempting.
It's worth it. It's worth the 18-minute wait. So
And how would you describe your cookies? Are they?
I'm not going for anything gimmicky or out of this world. Well, the flavor is out of this world, but
No weird stuff.
No weird stuff. Just a good cookie, home baked, fresh, out of the oven. I have kind of different categories. I have my sort of classic chocolate chip with flaky salt.
Well, can I lift this without?
Ooh.
Yeah, I shouldn't.
Here, I'll switch you.
All right. So since you started naming flavors, we'll start pointing out
So
them and tell
that's-
everybody. Can
that's-
you see the side, Chaz?
Yeah.
Okay. So top one here is.
Dark chocolate with flaky salt.
Okay.
Sort of your classic, everybody loves it. Middle tier is a brown butter chocolate chip pecan. That's my personal favorite.
That sounds tempting.
An M&M sugar cookie.
You got your Easter's flavor,
Got-
color of
got
M&Ms.
It's the spring line there. On the bottom, I have a couple different oatmeal varieties. I have an apricot oatmeal coconut,
That's unusual.
no raisins.
Yeah, I'm anti-raisin
Yeah.
too.
And then that is a cowboy cookie. So coconut, pecans, oats, and chocolate chips.
So are these things you've made up or you've seen somewhere? 'Cause I
It's
haven't.
my base dough recipe, and then like a cowboy cookie is kind of a Texas thing.
Okay.
So
Are you from Texas?
no, I grew up in St. Louis. But it's a great cookie. I love an oatmeal chocolate chip, so I decided to kind of play with it and put it in my dough. And then some other. I love baking with peanut butter, so I have a peanut butter chocolate chip there in the
This
back.
one? Okay.
And then my chocolate dough and my peanut butter dough are two of my best-selling doughs, and I have different mix-ins for each of them, and so that is a swirl of the two.
Chocolate and peanut butter.
Best of both worlds.
Okay.
That is a cookie butter stuffed snickerdoodle.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. So that is
So
part
that's
of my.
stuff. So if I open this,
Yeah.
she's just it's like,
not,
don't
it's not warm, so it's
Sorry,
not
say
going to ooze. But,
nuke it. Will they still get the idea?
but they'll still get the idea.
So when it comes out of the
Yeah.
oven hot,
It's
That's-
oozy.
so what's in the inside? What'd you say?
Cookie butter.
Cookie butter. Yeah, I'll be having that in a second. All right, I can wait a second.
And
then
those two, the front one is what I call the Pudgy Boyfriend. So that is based on my favorite ice cream, Chubby Hubby.
Okay.
Obviously, that name's already taken.
Yeah,
It's a
probably would sue
malted chocolate chip cookie with pretzel crunch, peanut butter chips, and chocolate chips. And then the one in the back is a s'mores cookie.
So you're kind of fancy.
Kind of fancy.
Yeah, you made it sound like you were real plain Jane. No, these are some, they're not far out, but
Yeah.
they're not your standard basic flavors.
Yeah. But, something that is easily enjoyed on a nightly basis.
And I like this little presentation here. So if somebody's buying the frozen, is this how it would come?
So this is a gift option. This is
Okay.
a 2 dozen, and it comes with the quarter sheet baking tray. So if you're, doing housewarming or, just a nice gift to make sure somebody has something to bake the cookies on when you give them to them. The little silver box there is a dozen of the dough balls. And then if you're just buying for yourself, you just get a resealable freezer bag. Keeps them safe. And then because not everybody wants frozen dough, I can also do baked. I'm still at Flightco every Tuesday for trivia. So I do like the little 2-packs for people to enjoy. I have different flavors every week and different things to try out.
Cookies and beer. What
Yep.
more could you want in life? They go great together.
So.
So how do people get these if they're not going to Flightco?
If you're not at Flightco on Tuesday nights for trivia, I am online and I have a website.
They can order on your website.
They can order on my website. I have
Tell them the website.
sendflowersbakingco.com.
And obviously not WERS.
Right? FLOURS.
You get the little thing she's doing there, sunflower. It's hard to come up with names for these.
It is. Well, and you have to find out if anybody else has them already. So, and then I also am on Instagram, so
Can people order on Instagram?
people can order on Instagram.
Okay.
I have people who have tried things before that may not be on the website because I kind of rotate through things on the website. And if somebody's seen something and it's not on the website, they can DM me
And
or
you'll
send me
make it.
an email or call me.
And you do pickup or delivery.
Pickup or delivery.
And tell them like when you do that.
So pickup is Sundays, and then I try to do deliveries on Saturdays. But with a couple days' notice, I can usually get something to you when you need it.
Where are they picking it up?
In Wash Park here in Denver.
Conveniently
So,
located,
yeah,
okay.
kinda
And then do you have a
central.
delivery charge?
I do. It's a $5 delivery charge.
And that's for, what's your radius?
Denver Metro, and then if you're kind of outside sort of the central Denver area, we'll talk.
Well, since I already broke this one open, I'm only gonna eat a little bit of it now because the rest I'm gonna, can I nuke it? Is it
Yeah.
okay nuked?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I definitely want to get that oozing out of that middle there.
Yeah.
Anything else before we go?
No, I think that's good.
Pleasure to meet you. Thanks for coming
Thank
in.
you. Thank you for having me.
We'll see you at 11:30 for What's for Lunch. We have Blue Moon Rhino coming in, so we're gonna have some beer to go with these cookies. Let's eat. Yeah, I'll move.